Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of this Valencia career mode. Now today we're going to be playing Sporting Gijón, and as you can probably see from the date, it's January 28th, 2018, which means that it is nearly the transfer deadline day, so it is only a few days away, and I have got a couple of people in mind, but I've put inquiries in and we're going to process them during the transfer deadline day after the match. Which is against Sporting Gijón, and it is away. So hopefully we can play one match and then we'll carry on with the transfer deadline day instead of playing the three normal matches that we do today. So that'll be the episode for today, and I'll leave you to wonder who these players will be. But the only thing I'm going to tell you is we're looking for a right midfield player. So we are to replace Rodrigo and whoever we have. We got Nando as well, and we got Cartabaya, and we got all them. But I want a higher rated right midfielder, so I do, just to fill that spot. But just in case, so you know, so as to keep you thinking during this episode. So as I said, the match is going to be against Sporting Gijón. So as we are currently 4 points behind, so we are Sevilla, and who are top at the minute. So we're currently in second, but we got a game in hand, which is this one that we're going to play. So hopefully we can close that gap up to 1 point. So that'll be interesting to see during this episode. So do the kit selection, and the team is going to be Ryan in goal, Leighton Baines at left back, Mustafi and Ayala, who wants to play. So he does now. Like, he sent me an email now, and he said he's interested in taking Santos' spot, who we sold last episode. So we'll give him a run out with Cancelo at right back. Then we got Nani at left midfield, Shan and Parejo at centre mid, and Rodrigo out the right, with Baka and Missa up top. So that is the squad. So it is against Sporting Gijón. So hopefully we can get a win here to round off the transfer deadline day month, and hopefully we can get 3 points. So let's see how we do in this match. So here we are, Valencia versus Sporting Gijón. This is the Stade Municipal. So it is Atletico Madrid. As I said at the end of the last episode, they're struggling at the minute. They're in 10th, so they are. And they've already played 20 games, so we're playing their 20th at the minute. So it just shows we're nearly 20 points ahead. So we are, and we're halfway through the season. And you think Atletico Madrid alongside Real Madrid and Barcelona would be up the top, but it seems not in this season. Saying that, you wouldn't think Valencia would be near the top as well, but we're doing very well at the minute during this season as well as last season, fighting for the title up to the last few matches in last season's league. But that was a good clearance by Mustafi, so it was over the head. So that's now Baka passing to Missa. Missa passing to Chan. He tries to get it back again. That's a nice back heel. So was now back to Baka. So as he tries to back heel as well. So doesn't gets a strike early on, 9 minutes in, and very well played. You can say triangle stuff. So it was, but between Missa, between Baka, and between Chan as well. So it's as well played. Missa holding the ball up and then passing to Baka, and then Baka doing a nice back heel as well to Chan, finding the perfect pass, and then Chan finessing it into the goal to make it 1-0 to us. So very well played. So it's Mbega's start to this match. Alcaces on the ball. So he's passing to Sergio. Now Kanati, he's on a wee bit of a run. So he's passing to, but that was Laporte now passing Sergio, but somehow we got that away. So he did now miss it. Messi trying to trying to find his teammate. There you go, Victor. Getting tackled by Parejo. And that's what we're going to start here. He's got a man on his left, so he does pass this to Jan. See, Loris got a challenge in against Jan. See, Garces. There we go, putting the striker off, putting the midfielder off even. I get passing to Missa. Missa passing to Parejo. And we got Rodrigo out the right. So he's got too many men around him. So he does to find a cross. Gone a wee bit too late now. Sergio passing to Mir. Mir passing to Caceres, who passes it out to Carmona. Oh, see, they got another challenge. They got another chance. Sergio passing to Victor. Victor goes by his man. He tries to go the other side of the goalkeeper, but Ryan gets a leg on that. We will play. Good save there. So a saving our blushes here. So that wasn't a good pass, and Mir gets it back. That's a good challenge by Mustafi, showing that he's there. And showing the opposition they have to work harder than that to get by, but saying that misses. Got a chance, but Kilar had to come out for that. They got a chance, so they do Kanate, but Ayala, player that we brought in now in replace of Santos, so it is showing his worth. It's definitely good to bring in players like that, bring in youth players just in case we get unexpected injury. So you need them later on in the season, especially whenever fatigue sets in now. 30 games is a lot of matches, so it is now. Plus the cup competitions as well. But there we go, that's the end of the first half. So as we got one goal already, so that is well played for the team. That's well played by Chan, and as I said, back in Missa to set it up for him, but we definitely need to hold us on to close the gap to Sevilla. So we need to put pressure on them, as we don't need to be losing points unnecessarily. Well, that was going to come out, but Cancelo trying to get the ball back, but it didn't work, and come off his feet there. The player just doing a wee bit of ping pong there. There you go, Messi trying to get an attack going. There you go, we got the ball back. Don't know what Nani was playing at there. Sliding on the ground, but here we go, chance on the attack. So does Scott's back. So does finds Messi. But that is a challenge and a half to read that. Next match for Gajan is against Barcelona, as it says in top left. That'll be a good match if they get a couple of points out of that. So they do some ruffling off the ball. So there was, but referee gives the free kick to us. Tried an ambitious pass there to switch the wings, but Mir gets intercepts that. Now Gomez gets a cross in. Ayala didn't get that away. He still flapping his legs at that. Now Messi. Passing to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's a wee bit tired, so he is now. Tries to find Bakke. Bakke Read it a wee bit quicker now, miss. It could have been 3 again. Mustafi! Oh my days! Trying to do a wee fancy pass across the goal. Now, like, and definitely didn't need their, or if their opposition striker was a wee bit quicker than that, it could have been a decent opportunity, but saying that, Missy. Is he getting challenged yet? Getting the chance here to back in, there we go. So it is, that is, to make it more comfortable, 70th minute, Missy passing to Baki. So it was, just does a wee turn. And there we go, Baki holding the ball up in the box. So it is, finds his composure, so it is, and just toe pokes it into the back of the net. The keeper didn't know which way it was going, and whenever he made his decision, it was a wee bit too late. So it was, but well played by the team thus far. So as and this could be another win on the board for us. There you go, well played. So it's now back to Missy again. Kanati. What can we do? Pass it to Mir. It's a wee bit dodgy whenever you see your player reacting, so it is, and the keeper's coming out as well. I don't know who's going to get to that first. It's a good challenge. We got an opportunity, so we do to Missy. Can we make a third? Oh my days. So close if the Missy caught his foot in the game. Could have been 3. Now Kanati. Listen to Indy. Indy with the strike, but it wasn't on target. But unfortunately Ryan didn't have to make a save. Mir. That is well played, but there you go, Kanati with the strike this time. So as I thought they were going to put more pressure than they did on Ryan, our goalkeeper. It's in that baggy. With another chance to miss it. Can we finesse it in? There we go. So it is 3-0. What a result now, like, for us to end off the transfer deadline day month. So it is, and there we go, just finessing it by Kilar. And that is 1 goal for Chan, 1 goal for Baki, and 1 goal for Missy. And there we go, just at the last, and that is us. The final match in January, and it is very, very well played. So it's for this month in general, so as we had some crazy results, so we have now like some spectacular performances. But 5 shots 3 on target for Guy Jean, and 3 shots 3 on target for us. And with our 3 shots, we got 3 goals as well. Now we're going to move on to, I think, one of the biggest days in the transfer the season, with the transfer deadline day. So it is, and we made a couple of inquiries. So we made one for S. Wine, who plays for Augsburg, who is, if you play FIFA 11, FIFA 12, he was very, very high rated in Ultimate Team anyway, because of his face, but I don't know his rating at the minute now, like it didn't show whenever I was doing the inquiries. But they want £5 million for him. Aaron Lennon, they're looking £8 million. So they are. We'll move across. Mustafi. Thanks, boss. Hello, boss. Thought I'd pop my head around the door to say thanks for having faith in me to play me so much. Happy enough with that. Now, like, with the clean sheets, definitely. I'm happy enough to play him as well. So we are. But we'll move on to the start of transfer deadline day. Get more inquiries in. They say we got 6 emails, so we do to go through. Oxlade-Chamberlain, this wee bit invested £42 million. McGeady, £3.5 million. Markovic, £16.5 million. Gnabry, £6.5 million. Blaszczykowski, £7 million. And Bolo is £37.5 million, so we're not going for him. And then I said Arn Lennon and S-Wine are £8 million and £5 million respectively. So, what are we going to do? Now, we can delete Oxlade-Chamberlain, so we can. And, let's see, £16.5 million. We're not going for Markovic, as our budget is only £9 million. So it is now, and £37.5 million for a player there. We'll delete that. So we got S-Wine, we got Lennon, we got Blaszczykowski, we got Gnabry from Arsenal, and we got McGeady from Everton. So we do. So I think we'll go for, let's see, Blaszczykowski. He's good for, he used to play for Dortmund, I think. So he did, and so he's well up there, but he's well on an age. Gnabry's young, so he is, and Arn Lennon's going on an age, but he's still still worth 8 million, so fair play to that. Now, but 5 million, I think we'll chase up Gnabry, so we will, as he's the youngest out of the lot that we have, and he's still highly priced, so I think we'll go for him. So he's 22 years old, and with the experience that he has, or with the experience that we can give him over the next 6 months, or the last 6 months, then we could potentially use him at the latter end of the season. So there we go, 6.5 million. So and we'll submit that, and then we'll actually put a transfer offer in for everybody. So we will, as we can afford it, and see who comes back. See who comes back with an exception. So it's 78 rated for Blaszczykowski. Arn Lennon. You see, some of these players are scouted, some of them aren't. Now, as they're higher rated, so they are. And then S-Wine as well. So we'll submit an offer there. So there we go, that's the offer's been made, and now we'll advance on to see who comes out with the best offer, the best chance to fill that right midfield spot. So Arsenal, Gnabry's been accepted, McGeady's been accepted, Blaszczykowski accepted, Lennon, S-Wine, and they've been all accepted, so they have. So I'll set all the contracts, so we'll now and then skip on whenever we get to the next hour, and then see who's accepted the contracts. So the contracts have come back, so they have Gnabry has accepted his contract, McGeady accepted his contract, Blaszczykowski as well, Lennon and S-Wine have all accepted the contracts that we put forward. So we have now, and it's just a matter of accepting who we want to do for that right midfield spot. And I think after some consideration anyway, I think it's either between S-Wine and Gnabry, as they seem to be the youngest out of the lot. And I think we'll go for S-Wine, so we will, just to see, just to take him now. And then we might actually have enough. We'll see how much they want it. Now for Gnabry. So it was. Let's see. No, we can't have them both. That's a wee bit too greedy, but I say we'll reject, or what was it? We'll reject everything else, so we will now. And if anything else comes to mind, then we will make the appropriate changes. So we will, with regards to transfers, the players going out. So there we go, McGeady's rejected. And that is us, new signing, Alexander S-Wine. You have successfully negotiated the signing of Alex S-Wine. So hopefully he can fit into the squad very nicely indeed. So he's 75 rated, so he is, but going from his stats, acceleration 91, so it is, and sprint speed 92. That's the main two stats. So it is. So you're either going for pace or you're going for strength, and he can be brought in as our substitute striker whenever we need him. So we'll swap out Ayala as he's done his bit, and then we'll bring on. Let's see, we'll bring on S-Wine, so we will now, to fill that spot, and that'll do us for the transfer deadline day. So well, and unless players going out and all that now, unless we get some offers there. So 7 hours, 6 hours left. We got an email, so we do. So Origi, transfer approach. Yeah, one of the players you've shortlisted has been approached for purchase by Spurs. That's interesting enough. 19.5 millions. I say for Origi is well, it's a decent enough price. So it is, but for him going to Spurs, it'll be interesting to see how that turned out. So it's about 147, nearly 140 million spent, 183 million spent now. That's another hour goes by. So there's some massive transfers going on the right, so this will go through them. So well before the end of the transfer window, £305 million, £328 million. Oh my days, this is a crazy transfer window. £356 million. So it is. And we got a transfer offer for Mustafi, but Mustafi is in our main squad, and he's on good form and he's very happy, but 50 million won't even entice us now to sell him, so we'll reject that. So they will, and with the final hour to go, we'll just check these top deals. So well, Miller has won £63 million to Manchester United. Diego Costa as well has got £46.5 million to Real Madrid. So Bayern Munich are just redding out their squad. Icardi's gone £40 million. That is a lot of money for Arsene Wenger, especially to spend. So it is, I know he's not a big fan of spending money, but £40 million for Icardi. And then a couple more. Almada has moved £275,000, not even £1 million. Then Pele's on loan, and Pote on loan as well. So there we go, a couple of major moves in the transfer deadline day episode. So it is, and we got a training injury, so we do find out who that is. Unfortunately, Leighton Baines suffered a torn hamstring, and the initial assessment on our medical department is that he will be out for 2 months. So that's not what we needed, but fortunately we got another left back to fill in his place. So we do. So Carter Byatt 1 to out, Reyes 1 to out, Cito 1 to out, Bakley, Rodrigo, Mayer, and Mustafi fortunately doesn't want out now in the Rima thing. So we'll put them in the squad for the next episode, so we will, to keep them happy. So the next episode is going to be against Athletic Bilbao again. So as we played them in the last episode in the cup, and fortunately we got a good result there, so we did. Now, and to round off the table, so we will finish player compensation. Perez wants a wage, so he does to discuss the wages, so we'll get that sorted between now and the next episode. And to round off this episode, Sevilla are top with 45 points. Valencia ourselves are second with 44. Real Madrid 2 points behind us with 42, with Barcelona 2 points behind them with 40. Then Villarreal got 37. Espanyol got 30. Villarreal got 37. Espanyol 36. And Atletico Madrid, who have played 21 matches, so they got 1 game more than everybody else, and they're still sitting on 25 points, so they're slacking way behind. We're nearly 20 points above them, so we are. So that just shows like how badly their season's going. But fortunately, they're still in the Copa del Rey for them, but unfortunately, they are for us now, which means that they could be playing us in the next round of the Copa del Rey. So we'll find out in the next few episodes who will be playing in that competition next. But the next episode is going to be against Athletic Bilbao, and hopefully we can continue this run and put pressure on Sevilla for the title. So thanks very much for joining us for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed, and until the next match against Athletic Bilbao in the league, we'll see you again for the next episode. Bye!